What's up, guys? This is the 2 Game Podcast. My name is Matt.
I'm Christian.
And we're here today with a special bonus episode. We're going to be giving you a holiday guide, and it's for noobs, for parents, like young kids, teenagers. You don't know exactly what you need to get your kid for Christmas, and this guide is going to help you. We're going to go over consoles, the differences between each console, which consoles you should avoid. We're going to go over the sales of the consoles, and then at the end, we're going to ramble off a bunch of the best games that you can buy for your kids that maybe they don't know they like just yet. So first off, we're going to go over the Xbox Series S and X. Now, for y'all parents out there, the noobs, a new generation of consoles just came out. Very unlikely that you're going to be getting your hands on any of these consoles. They're the Series S, X, and then the PS5. You're probably not going to get your hands on it. They sell out of stock within a minute of going online.
Yeah, those bots just take them really quickly.
I was very fortunate to get one. I don't know how, but I got one.
I managed to get to the shopping cart, and that was it. Sold out every time.
So we'll go over the Xbox Series S versus the X. The Series S is the digital version of the Xbox, and the Series X is the physical version. It's you can put physical media in it, DVDs and games, whereas the Series S is strictly digital. So you're only going to be able to stream like Netflix, Hulu, and you'll have to buy your games on like the Xbox store, the Microsoft store. So we'll go over the Series S first. The Series S is $299 if you're lucky enough to get one. It has a 1440p resolution, no disk drive, like I had mentioned earlier. Digital only games. It's a little bit shorter than the Series X, and it's a little bit lighter. It's about 4 pounds, and it's got 4 teraflops processing, so not as powerful of a console compared to the Series X. It's like an upgraded version of the Xbox One X, and this is where everything's going to get kind of confusing because the Series S and the X sounds very similar to last console generation of Xbox One S and Xbox One X. It's kind of confusing, kind of aggravating that Microsoft did that, but it's the hand we're dealt with.
Yeah, they definitely did not help us with names. They couldn't come up with a new name.
Right.
Like, I don't understand it.
Xbox 2 or something?
Yeah, like 2.0 or something.
Something better.
Something different. So the Series X is going to be $499, so $500. It's going to be 4K. The true 4K, you can play the 4K discs of the DVDs that, you can buy now. Got a terabyte of memory, which is a plus. That is a huge plus in gaming world because I have not a terabyte on my PlayStation, and I just dread it every day.
Yeah, it's like constantly deleting games.
Yeah, I'm constantly. So it does the physical and digital copies for both. It does have 12 teraflops of processing power.
Which just means it's the most powerful console out of all the consoles.
Yeah, it's definitely faster than the PlayStation 5. It is a little heavier, and, it looks like a box. It literally went for a box.
A fridge, as they say?
Yes.
So the main thing with Xbox, if you're going with Xbox, if that's what your kid wants, then you need to be prepared to buy in extra stuff, which is the Game Pass. I think you can get like the first month for $1 right now, if I'm not mistaken. But Game Pass is basically the Netflix of games, and it's only on Xbox. It gives you a whole bunch of games for one low price every month. You start off with $1, and then I pay $16 a month to have Game Pass, which I hardly ever play my Xbox anymore, so I'll probably be canceling that. But if you're a parent and you're wanting to get, your most bang for your buck, as they say, you might want to go with Game Pass. It gives you a whole bunch of games. It gives you all the Microsoft games, like the Microsoft first-party games. And then it gives you EA Sports now, EA games, all that. And it's a pretty good price for the amount of games that you're going to get. Have that in the back of your mind that might be something you have to buy on top of the console.
They even have the Bethesda games, too, now on there added since they bought them out.
Oh, yeah. And those. Game Pass Ultimate includes the Xbox Live in it. So it's kind of like a one-stop shop for one low price, $16 a month. Jumping into the PS5, there's a digital version and just the standard physical version, just like the Series S and the Series X. The digital version is $399. It's almost the same thing as the Series S. The only difference, the main difference between the digital version and the physical version is there's no disc. The processing power, it's all the exact same. The only difference is you only want digital media versus if you want physical media. And the physical edition is $499. And that plays 4K disc, PS4 games, PS5 games, DVDs. And the digital version is a little bit smaller, and that was $399. So $100 difference between those two. Me personally, I went with the physical.
Yeah, definitely with movies and all that, in case I want to watch them in my room or anything like that, with the wife or anything like that, definitely. You can do it with the digital, but then you have to go about downloading and streaming it, and if your internet can't really handle that with, other people in the room, in the house, gaming and all that, it puts a definite strain on your bandwidth.
Just looking at these two different consoles, the Xbox and the PS5, if you're a parent and you're looking to I just want a brand new console, I want to get them some games, and I just want to get them started. I want to upgrade them from what they currently have to what they have now. I think the best bang for your buck is going to be the Xbox Series S at $299. That's the all-digital media console. So you can get Game Pass with that. You get a whole bunch of games, $16 a month. And then it's the cheapest out of all these consoles on the market right now, the new ones anyways. If you're wanting to go with, me personally, if you're wanting to go with something that is the best, what are you going to get the best games on, the best different games, the first party games, then I recommend getting the PS5. The Series X is, it's powerful, and, it plays, the games look gorgeous on it and whatnot. The games on Xbox Series X versus the PS5, the only difference in the games is you're going to get Sony first-party games when you buy the PS5. So I would recommend going PS5 myself over the Xbox Series X. If you're going with Xbox, I would go with the Series S. Now, the only downside to the Series S is it doesn't have as much storage on it, which is kind of an oversight, I think.
Yeah, especially if you're doing all digital, that would kind of be counterproductive.
You think that would be the one that has the terabyte.
Yeah, right.
And then moving on to the Switch versus the Switch Lite. The Switch is $299. The Switch Lite is $199. The biggest difference between the two, the Switch can be played on the TV, and the Switch Lite cannot. It's strictly handheld. So if you're going to be strictly playing it in bed at night, trying to wind down or maybe bring it to work, then maybe the Switch Lite is the one for you. Me personally, I like to have that option of playing it on the TV with the kids. And then also the biggest downside to the Switch Lite is you cannot change out the Joy-Cons. And there has been widespread Joy-Con drift, and it's annoying. Basically, your guy just goes to the left at all times. I've had to replace 2 Joy-Cons because of Joy-Con drift. So, personally, I would go with the Switch, just spend the extra $100 and get that. And you can play all the games and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I got my kids the Lite version. I got 3 of them. It's perfect for them because they won't lose the Joy-Cons. That is a huge plus because my kids just lose everything. I'm sure everyone else's kids do the same thing. So mine, I have the regular one that I can change out. And I've noticed when you don't have them seated or they kind of just chip away, they kind of just all loosey-goosey trying to play. Mm-hmm. And it's annoying. It really is.
Especially on platforming.
Yeah, definitely platforming. You know all about that.
I do. Hollow Knight was terrible with Joy-Con drift, just by the way.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But yeah, my preference is, like Matt said, definitely go with that $299 one if it's fun to play on the TV. I just like having that option, like he said. It's definitely one of those pluses. The Lite, you can connect controllers to it, and other Joy-Cons, you just can't take the original ones off. That's the only downside.
Now, console sales. The Nintendo Switch is probably the only one that's the biggest sell out of the current gen consoles, I guess you could say. The Nintendo Switch has a digital version of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on it, which is great for kids, and it's great for adults too. It's fun. And then you also get a 3-month subscription to the online service. That's all for $2.99. If y'all don't know anything about Nintendo, that's a pretty good deal for a Nintendo console plus a game. I mean, I bought it $2.99 just for the console. I didn't get a game or the subscription. So that's a pretty good deal right now.
Yeah, I definitely didn't get anything for mine either.
Now, if you're getting a Switch for somebody, here are some things that you're going to probably need to go along with it. So just a little heads up. I recommend getting a car charger. It's not necessary, but if you're going to be playing it on the go a lot, then obviously it's going to be a little bit necessary.
Oh, it's necessary. It's very necessary.
On the ambulance, we use it all the time. We need chargers.
Indeed, we do.
You need a screen protector, obvious. And then I would recommend the Go Play Game Traveler Pack. It's from Target. It's $25. It comes with a carrying case, game cases for all your games, cleaning cloth, and the external grip for the handheld mode. It's a lot more comfortable than just playing it in the traditional handheld mode. It gives you that backing, kind of like a traditional controller, like for your Xbox or PlayStation. If you're going to be buying a bunch of digital games, get an SD card, go big or go home. Get the biggest size you can get for your money. Obviously, don't get like a 16 gig or 32 gig, 64 gig, because all that stuff goes by very quickly if you're downloading digital games. And I think Christian found a sale for old gen consoles for PlayStation 4.
Yeah, they have them going for right now for the Black Friday, and I think because of PlayStation 5 and the new Xboxes, $200 for 1 terabyte for PlayStation 4, and Xbox One S 1 terabyte is going to be $200 as well. And I found that on Target, GameStop, pretty much anywhere that's selling them right now is pretty much going to be meeting that price because they don't want to be beat out by somebody else. And you have a better chance of finding these than the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox as of right now.
Honestly, if you can wait to get a new console, I would just wait until the new year and they restock all these new gen consoles. If I had to tell you which one to pick out of the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, or the Xbox One, I would say just get a Nintendo Switch right now. Because that's going to give you infinite amount of fun because I love my Switch.
Well, I love mine too. Yeah, you're not going to find any Xboxes and PlayStations probably till next year. Sony has already put a disclaimer out saying that they're totally sold out. There's nothing. They have not, I don't think they anticipated how much they were going to sell.
And then the V word didn't help that at all.
Yeah, no. They weren't selling to retail stores, so you couldn't go into Best Buy or anything like that and go buy them. They were just strictly online.
As for the Switch, Link's Awakening, Luigi's Mansion 3, Super Mario Maker 2, Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, Super Mario Bros. 2, Yoshi Uncharted World, and Fire Emblem 3 Houses. All those games are on sale for $30 through Walmart, and I think Amazon as well. You will never find those games at that price again. So if you like those styles of games and you have kids, go grab those games. They will never be that price again. I promise you. Now, let's run through some best games for kids. Christian, what are some best games?
So, I wrote this to be funny and yet truthful at the same time. So, any Lego game. Any one of them. There's 100 of them. So, I got a couple for my kids, and they love them. So, they have Lego Star Wars, Lego Harry Potter, Lego Worlds. I mean, the list goes on. So, any one of those would be perfect. And it comes out for PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. So, then you have Minecraft, and that comes out for PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Plants vs. Zombies, which is an equivalent kind of like Call of Duty, but obviously Plants vs. Zombies like it says. And that comes for PlayStation and Xbox. And then Minecraft Dungeons, I know I've talked about this before. That definitely comes on PlayStation, Xbox, and the Switch. We did say Mario Kart. Animal Crossing, I've found that one to be very popular. I have never tried it or played it.
If you like life simulation games where you farm and you do things every single day, then that's the type of game for you.
And then any Mario game, really.
Yep.
Especially on the Switch, any Mario game would be perfect. What about you?
Pokemon, Let's Go Eevee, Pikachu, Sword and Shield, Luigi's Mansion 3. I gotta say, though, the controls on that suck, so just be cautious of that. But my kids absolutely love that game, regardless of how bad it is. Spyro Trilogy, for like a teenager, Uncharted and Tomb Raider. Breath of the Wild, Ori, Will o' the Wisp, and The Blind Forest. Those are pretty good platformers. They're a little bit more difficult. The Avengers game would probably be a good one for kids. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Any of the sports games, honestly. Teenagers absolutely love those games. Monster Hunter, I think, would be good for some teenagers. Spider-Man. Bugsnax, I played a little bit of it the other night with my kids, and it's basically Pokemon, except you can eat them.
Shout out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. Rocket League, Halo, and then Super Mario 3D All-Stars gives you all those older style Mario games for $60. But I think that's going to conclude this episode of our holiday guide. Hopefully it helps you a little bit. And if not, if you got some more questions, please drop us a comment on our Facebook, message us on Facebook, and just let us know. And we will catch y'all next time.